The icy wind rippled across downtown Northbridge as early morning light spilled over the quiet streets. People hurried past with collars pulled high and eyes glued to their phones, unaware of the tiny figure sitting at the corner of Franklin Street. A little girl bundled in a faded pink jacket, her breath forming clouds with each exhale. Her name was Amelia Grace Carter, and at just 12 years old, she was fighting a battle no child should ever face. Before her sat the small folding table, its legs slightly bent, its surface covered with stacks of watercolor paintings, sunsets burning with fiery orange, bluebirds perched on flowering branches, and fragile sketches of angels she said helped her feel strong. A handwritten sign taped to the front of the table fluttered in the wind, selling art for my chemo. Every painting helps. Amelia tugged the edges of her wool hat, hiding the places where her hair had thinned from months of chemotherapy. Her tiny fingers, reddened by the cold, carefully smoothed the edges of her paintings as she whispered to herself, "One painting a broken bar at a time, me a broken bar, I'll get there." Her voice trembled, but her spirit didn't. A mother holding on by a thread. Further behind the table sat Laura Carter, Amelia's mother, a mid-30s, eyes hollow from nights spent awake, worry carved into every line on her face. Once cheerful and vibrant, Laura now lived in a constant fog of fear and exhaustion. Her part-time job had vanished when Amelia's treatments intensified. Bills piled up, insurance covered only fragments, and the latest hospital letter, the one she folded and hid in her purse, made her knees weak. The next round of chemotherapy wasn't optional. It was urgent and expensive. She looked at her daughter, a brave, gentle, artistic little girl, sitting in the cold trying to sell paintings to save her own life. Laura swallowed the ache in her throat. She shouldn't have to do this, she thought. No child should. But when Amelia had asked, "Mom, can I try selling my artwork?" Laura didn't have the heart to say number. It was the only plan they had left. People walked past, most didn't see her. Some did, but looked away. Morning turned to afternoon, the sky dimmed, clouds threatening snow. People hurried past, workers, tourists, students. A few smiled politely. Some stopped briefly, complimented the art, but then said they had no cash. Others barely glanced. Amelia sold 3 paintings in 5 hours. Her cheeks paled, her body grew weak, but she kept smiling at every passerby, hoping, praying, someone would see her, someone would care. A man in a business suit paused at one point, rifling for change, but when he found none, he simply shrugged, offered an apologetic smile, and walked on. Amelia whispered, "It's okay," even though it wasn't. Laura felt tears burning behind her eyes. She whispered to herself, "Go the broken bar, please see broken bar, just one miracle." A convoy approaches, and no one notices the little girl until one man does. Around 3:40 p.m., the quiet street suddenly stirred. A line of black vehicles turned the corner, security cars, press vans, and aides carrying clipboards. Local news reporters trailed behind, preparing for a planned community walkthrough by Senator John Kennedy, who was visiting Northbridge for a town hall meeting. The street, moments ago nearly empty, now buzzed with movement. Cameras flashed, reporters whispered, staff members hurried forward. But amidst all this noise, not a single person looked toward the tiny arttably broken bar except one. John Kennedy slowed his steps. His eyes caught sight of a small girl sitting alone in the cold, her shoulders shaking slightly, her artwork trembling in the wind. He stopped walking. His team didn't understand and urged him to continue toward the planned route, but Kennedy lifted his hand gently, signaling them to hold on. Then he walked toward